As introduced by today's Toastmaster of the evening, I'm working as a software engineer and my counterpart mostly in India. So this New Year holidays, I visited India for my sightseeing and half business. Today, I would like to share my experience in India. So I went to India and my final destination is Pune. It is kind of minor city in India. And so my flight is planned to be arrived at the airport on the midnight. So I asked the hotel staff to give me the pickup driver. Then hotel staff replied very, very kindly, politely say, the driver is waiting at the exit gate of the Pune airport. And due to the personal information, the driver just stands with the name of the hotel without your name. So I'm very assured, even if it is a midnight, the driver will be there. So I'm very assured. But once I arrived at the airport and exit the gate, I tried to find the driver, but I couldn't. I walked here and here for many times, but still I couldn't find the driver. So finally, I called the hotel. I couldn't find the driver. Where is he? So the staff said, the driver is waited at the gate for 15 minutes, but you didn't come. So the driver got back to the hotel. Because the flight was delayed by 1 hour, so the driver get back to the hotel. Why Indian people? If it is in Japan, if the guest doesn't show, then the driver will check the flight schedule, and if there is any delay, then the driver will wait more until the guest will come. But why he didn't check the schedule and just leave the airport in only 15 minutes? I couldn't imagine such kind of things happen. But anyway, the hotel resent the driver to the airport, and I was able to get to the hotel. Yes, like this. But it is a midnight, and I'm so exhausted. So I wanted to drink some tea and just go to bed. But when I tried to boil the water, the electric kettle, didn't work. Even I push this switch, or pull out the plug and put it in again many times, it doesn't work. So I call the hotel staff again, the kettle doesn't work. Then hotel staff come with the replacement. So somehow I could boil the water and can get the tea and I could get sleep. But why Indian people? This is not a budget hotel, kind of luxury hotel. Why hotel staff didn't check the utilities are working or not? It cannot be happen in Japanese hotel. So I was so overwhelmed. But anyway, it's okay. Then next morning, I'm going to have breakfast at the buffet in the second floor of the hotel. And I found this. Do you notice what the plate is saying? The object looks like a kind of sprout, but the nameplate says, I am lettuce. I am lettuce. Why, Indian people? Is it lettuce? Isn't it a sprout? And do I need to harvest by myself for my breakfast? I couldn't imagine. it is a mystery. But the next day, the answer is here. You can see the sprout next to the lettuce. So the last day, the lettuce was not there because the staff forgot about it. Why Indian people? In Japanese buffet, it will never happen. Why they are so loose? Why they didn't check lettuce is there or not? I'm so frustrated, but it's okay. After having a breakfast, I went to a sightseeing using a auto rickshaw. This is a three-wheelers to go to the famous temple. But what happened during the travel is driver suddenly stopped at the middle of the journey and got off the car and went to the convenience store and bought a bottle of water. He said, I'm thirsty. So I just go to the convenience store and got a bottle of water. So what? Why Indian people? Imagine Japanese taxi driver do it when you are in the back seat. Why can't the driver go to the convenience store to buy a bottle of water? It never happens in Japan, but it is usual in India. So, in a nutshell, every day, more than one trouble. That's what I have experienced in India. And I was so much frustrated why Indian people are so loose compared to the Japanese. But I found still Indian economy is growth more than any other country, and they have the largest population in the world and the fifth or fourth in GDP. Why they are so successful, even the people are so rude? So I found there is a trouble. There are many troubles, but at the end, somehow the goal is achieved. In Japan, everything is perfect. So living in Japan as a customer is like in heaven. And living in India as a customer is like a hell. But let's change the viewpoint. In Japan, being a service provider in Japan is very much hell. And being a service provider is kind of paradise in India. So I think the truth is in between Japanese culture and Indian culture. So I think every Japanese should go to India and learn, even we are so loose, the economy and life will work. Thank you, Toastmaster.